Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the second week of Grook streaming his, shall we say, mid-range mage deck that looks to just win with a couple of pyroblasts at the end. This is Guff TV, playing in the Guff Hearthstone League. If I'm a little bit out of breath, that would be because I've just spent 1.5 hours on public transport trying to get here on time. Bear in mind, this is a trip that normally takes, shall we say, 45 minutes, so the running between the bus and the train to the store, yeah, it's not exactly how you want to start your Monday night off, but nevertheless, we do what we can. So, as I said, welcome back. We'll be hoping to continue the 4-0 streak from last week with another couple of wins. You can see on the right my deck list. We didn't have that last week. It's a little bit of customization just so you can see exactly what I'm playing with and figure out exactly how to beat me, if that's your cup of tea. We'll just quickly run through it just to fill the time while we wait for the tournament to start. So as you can see, we start off with the 2 arcane missiles. They're pretty much a necessity. If you're playing against aggro decks, you need those early drops. Otherwise you fall way too far behind. Then you've got Mirror Image and Mana Worm. Funny thing, when I first started playing, I detested Mirror Image. The only time I ever saw anyone run it was in the arena. I thought anyone who ran it in a mage deck and constructed just had no idea how the game worked at all. It seemed like such a bad card to me. Like you were just throwing away a card that would then maybe buy you a turn or so, and then you're down one card. I come from a Magic background, and for me, card advantage is everything. So, yeah, and then there was the Control Warrior deck that I used to play against over and over with this mage deck, and I could not beat it. Couldn't beat it. Didn't matter what I played, how I played, I had to get so very lucky. And I think I was maybe 1-10 against it. I hated that deck with a passion. Until the day when I was playing an aggro mage deck and I curved Mana Worm into Mirror Image. And all of a sudden the world seemed right again. Mana Worm into Mirror Image is just the best possible start you can ever get. And it's not like these cards are bad late game either. I used to think they would be, but let's look at the rest of the deck and then I'll explain why Mirror Image is actually now an integral part of what I play. So as you can see, Frostbolt, yeah, you have to run two. They're just that good. Blood Mage, because he's awesome. And then we get to what I call the card drawing suite, my 2-4, 2-3. Loot Hoarder, Nat Pagan, 1 Arcane Intellect, because I don't have room for 2. Ice Block to keep me alive, and Acolyte of Pain. Now, all these cards are trying to do is draw me more cards than the opponent. I don't want to ever run out of cards. The more cards I have, the more options I have. The more options I have, the better chance I have of outplaying them. It makes sense to draw as many cards as you can. But if all you're doing is drawing cards, you need to have something you can do with those cards. Which is why, once again, the Mirror Image. It costs 1 mana, 1 singular mana, that can then buy you an entire turn, providing you play it on the right turn. Say if you play it into a Paladin when you know they're going to be consecrating, it's pointless, but maybe you can use the Mirror Image to force them to consecrate a turn early. Similarly with the Lightning Storm and Shamans, and yeah. As I said, I've completely done a 180. This card is amazing. So yeah, then we have the 2 fireballs. Pretty much every mage has to run one of them. 1 polymorph. I ran 2 for a while, but against aggro decks, spending 4 mana to give them a 1-1, even if you're getting rid of a 3-3, it's not what you want to do. 2 water elementals, literally my favorite card in the deck. This guy does absolutely everything. He beats down, he freezes the opponent so they can't use weapons. He's got 6 toughness, which is so very much. He's just a glorious card. I now have 2 golden ones. Got the second golden one last week. And yeah, Not as pretty as some of the other golden cards, but still definitely worth it. Then we go down to the 2 Azure Drakes. Just the pure definition of value. 4/4 for 5, draws a card, makes every spell you have better. It's just a wonderfully designed card. Faceless Manipulator. He's there because I expect the games to go long. It doesn't matter really what you copy, providing you're getting value out of it. As you saw last week, I was able to copy my Ragnaros with my own Faceless Manipulator, get 2, 16 damage to the face. It was a pretty good finish. Yeah, 2 Flame Strikes. Now, I know a lot of mages don't like Flame Strike at all. They're not a fan, but it's just the way I play. I like knowing that I have a sweeper in the board. I like knowing that if I'm playing against a shaman, I can look for one of these. I can try and find it because it will help me stabilize. 1 Rag because he's brilliant, 1 Malagos. A good friend of mine, Jertz, he's actually here with me tonight. He's going to provide a bit of co-commentary later maybe if we can set that up. He constantly asks me why I run Malagos over Sarah. I think I commented on that last week. 1, I love combining Malagos into Arcane Missiles on turn 10. It just feels great. And 2, if you ever untap, well, it's a magic term, but if you ever get to start your turn again with Malagos still active, the turn that you can have with Fireballs for 11 and Frostbolts for 8, it might be a bit win more, potentially, but yeah, I'm a fan. And then we have the 2 Pyroblasts. What can I say? I just like knowing that that's my endgame. I do. I love it. It's at some point, I'm sure I'll come up against a deck that's specifically designed to beat mine, as in all healing all the time. But yeah, if they're playing cards that just heal, then hopefully my mid-range selection will be able to clear that up. And there's no need to play that on 10 if it's not going to win me the game. So yeah, I'll just use all the other cards. Looks like we are ready for round 1. My first opponent is going to be Turtle Liquor, I believe. There he is. He's a friend now. Okay. Just a few technical changes, and we're ready to go. Just fixing up the mic, 1 second, guys. Pump it up a little. Hopefully that's a bit better, not too loud. And we're back in the game. Cool. Let round 1 begin. Custom Mage, as always. Shuffling up, and my round 1 opponent, another Mage.
Versus Jane.
Excellent.
You asked for it.
Now the question is always, what kind of mage are they? Are they the aggro mage who use sorcerer's apprentices, fairy dragons and the like to try and get in nice and quick? They can be mid-range, lots of Cone of Colds, blizzards, or they can be endgame, looking to wait until they can drop a blood mage, all the ice lancers, frostbolts and fireballs you can want to the face. So we'll get rid of Malagos and probably the blood mage. He's only got 1 toughness and it's not really what I want in a start. I'd really like to find a Frostbolt if I can. Frostbolt, being able to kill their Mana Worm, is one of the best cards you can have. And that seems perfect to me, so let's rock it. Now, a lot of friends of mine, they always say that, especially when they're starting out, going second is just better. They always say it. And they just feel like the other person's getting an extra card, possibly playing a Stone Tusk Paw, yeah, I didn't see that coming, but it does happen. Yeah, the fact that you get the coin and get an extra card seems unfair, right? But the thing is, the coin gives you 1 turn of acceleration, just 1. And say on a rogue, that can be wonderful because it's a free combo card, but being ahead on mana for the entirety of the game is just a wonderful thing. It really, really is. So yeah, it looks like he's not having the best draw possible. I've got down my card drawing engine now, so I'm pretty happy. We'll see how this goes. If he does coin out a water elemental here, could be okay. Secrets forever. So the best thing you can do when you're playing versus secrets is you just try and get the most value you can out of testing the waters, so to speak. So here, we first test if it's a mirror entity. Chucking that down, easy enough, and there it is.
Mind if I roll knee?
Okay, it allows me to just ping it up, get in. So he spent his turn 3 essentially drawing a card, but I was able to easily deal with it without losing any cards of my own. And so, yeah. If it hadn't copied that, the next thing I probably would have done is swung the mana worm in. I don't mind if it gets vaporized, and it allows me to just ping off this guy, draw another card.
I wonder.
There he is. This guy, man. He's just all the value. Water elemental. There's just really no good way to deal with it. I mean, if I draw a fireball, I'll be very happy, but oof. Don't hit the wood water. Oh. I mean, I'm happy I got to draw another card, but yeah, still having my 2-1 on the board to try and deal with this water elemental would have been a little bit better. So here, really not drawing anything good. I think we just try and get a bit lucky with the missiles. Let's see what we can hit. Okay, well, yep, that'll do it. Pop in, don't mind trading up here. So as you can see, I'm starting to get a little choked up on mana. All my big expensive drops are just gonna... I need the mid-range to make sure that I still have control by the time I get to the late game. But yeah, we'll see what I get. Yeah, that's not a bad draw. Just chuck him down. Another flame strike. Okay, cool. Could trade off here, but I don't really want to. I've got a flame strike for next turn. And it'll be good to see what he does here. Mirror image, okay. Just playing in his flame strike a little. He'll probably just use his bodyguard to kill off the Pagel. Everyone always likes killing Pagels. So yeah. The one thing I'm finding interesting is that I really can't tell what this guy's got. You'll often find that, especially when you're playing a mage mirror, it's very tough to know exactly what kind of cards they're running. As I said, they could be running kind of cold, could be running Blizzard, could be running Flame Strike like me. It's difficult to know exactly what they're running. Not really much of a question there. Chucking out the Flame Strike. It's still a nice 2-for-1. Lets me keep my board. And yeah, so clear boards. But I got a lot of cards in hand, so let's hope Big Papa Rag can take me home. Bear in mind, I expect this to be polymorphed straight away, but dealing 8 to the face is always a good thing, and yeah. There's the polymorph. Excuse me one sec, just gonna fix that up a little. Hopefully that'll be a little more palatable to the ear.
What you want?
He's got a taunt.
Bring me steel.
And a swordsmith. Cool. So now, options. I reckon it's just going to be jam Malagos. If he doesn't die, or get polymorphed, yeah, I get Frostbolt, Fireball for the win, which will be very cool. If he does get polymorphed again, fair enough. I'll probably just spend the turn flame striking away and drawing some cards. Yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I don't think he has it, which bodes well for us. So, yeah. Okay. Then he goes smack to the face. Ah, okay, cool. So we go Frostbolt for 8. And Fireball for 11. And let's see.
Well played.
Indeed, sir. So yeah, I mean, obviously Malagos was better than Asera. If it had been Asera, I might have drawn Asera Awakens, some kind of mid-range card, Dream perhaps, all of which would have been solid, but yeah, Malagos just kind of finish off the game nice and quick. I will point out at this, like, I am aware that my opponent's deck isn't running quite as many legendaries as I have, which makes me feel a little bad. But it is part of the game. It just, yeah, when you're starting off, it can be really rough. Really rough. But yeah, it was still close. Still nice and close. See, now this is what I was talking about Mirror Image. Love the card, but I don't feel here that he's gotten quite everything that he could have wanted out of it. It'll stop me from attacking for a bit, sure. But yeah. It's a good start on his part, clearing up my board. Okay.
Mind if I roll knee?
Still run him out, and yeah, I'll be looking to coin out Water Elemental on turn 4. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Excuse me. Interesting. I just changed my mind.
Hey, give me that!
The reason I just changed my mind is something that I used to always worry about with Ragnaros. Is what happens if you play Ragnaros and then they Faceless Manipulator it. In this scenario, it's what happens if I coin out Water Elemental and it's a Mirror Entity. That's gonna suck. I don't actually have any good answers to Water Elemental in my hand. And if he has a Fireball or someone, then yeah. But what I will do here is throw out an Acolyte and then coin 2 Frostbolts. Lets him draw a card, sure, but gets rid of the Mirror Entity. So, yeah.
Let the pain speak to me.
Or, I wonder if he's heard of pinging his own Acolyte. Yeah, let's see if he has. Gives him a chance to draw, another card. But, yeah, I don't necessarily want to use the coin here. There's no integral need to do it. And so, yep, do you know about pinging him? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Okay. That's fair. So here I reckon, yeah, just drop him out.
Bring the pain.
Now I could have coined Frostbolted yet again, or coined pinged my own Acolyte. Both of these would have worked just fine, but Pretty sure I'm just saving the coin to be able to coin Flame Strike. Next turn, I think it'll be very strong. And, yeah. Okay, and to the face, probably? No? Okay.
Job done.
Get behind me.
Cool. Reckon I'm probably being set up for polymorph next turn. I mean, sorry, flame strike. So yeah, what I'll probably do is just Rust Bolts, thing, play an Acolyte.
Speak to me.
Lets me get in a bit of damage, and if he does flame strike this turn, I get to drop my Azure Drake, and yeah, that's what I want to be doing the turn after he flame strikes. So.
You know, take candle.
Okay, and another Conical.
Locked and loaded.
Arcane Explosion, maybe? Okay, Frost Nova. Cool. So, he's got one card in hand. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a waste to just chuck that out here. Yeah. If he manages to maybe Arcane Intellect into a couple more creatures, sure. But, yeah. Pretty safe, yeah. Draw another card. Cool. And then the last card in his hand. So yeah, even though I haven't played a single legendary this game, it's just been my card drawing suite. It's just taking it home for me.
Bring the pain. Bring the pain.
Cool. And yeah, just having these guys to keep cycling through my deck over and over.
Bring me steel.
Having the flame strikes to just sweep his tiny little fellas. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so here we'll just grab a rag. Okay, trade off. One, two, draw another card, and shabam! 8 turns. I remember first time I ever saw this card, I couldn't believe it existed, to be honest. Just seemed so ridiculous the way I would just take over a game every time I was played.
My hand is too full.
Well played.
Well played.
And that is round 1. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed round 1. Sorry, it wasn't... Oh! Awkward! My absolute apologies. Let's pretend it was used in the vernacular sense. Opposed to gender assassination. Yeah, I tend to use a lot of colloquialisms when I speak, especially when I type during the game, so it can backfire from time to time, as happens here, but yeah. Now, please excuse me 1 second. I'll be back shortly. let's just turn the microphone on and we're back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is the server has reset. So I am going to take this trusty mage deck and I can get up the ladder while we wait for the next round to start. Speaking of ladder, the gentleman I mentioned earlier, Mr. Game Frozen, for some reason. Team. Okay, let's just quit that. And hopefully that works, and attempt to reload, because that was not working. What I was saying, yes, my good friend Jerds and I, we are going to, starting on Wednesday on this very channel that you're watching now, from 6 PM through to Thursday 6 PM, running a 24-hour stream. The purpose of this stream, to see exactly how far we can get from rank 25 through hopefully to rank 1, but let's not get crazy. If we can get to 10, I'll be pretty happy. But then again, it is a 24-hour stream. That is a lot of games. Hell of a lot of games. But yeah, Jerds has more cards than I do, so we'll be using his account. But yeah, if you're not doing anything on Wednesday or Thursday, feel free to tune in and watch as we take a variety of decks through their paces. We've got some stock standard ones, tried and tested, good value decks, some balls to the walls aggro decks that you don't require too much thinking, because if you're playing a control deck, you don't really want to spend half an hour winning one game. And we'll also, in the wee hours, and probably when we get a bit bored, try some experimental decks and see how far they can get us. But for now, you've tuned in to watch me, so don't want to make you watch a blank screen for half an hour. Let's see how far I can get. Yeah, all these cards are good. The secret to beating Paladin decks, of all stripes and sizes, is a simple thing. Don't let them keep creatures on the board. If you can do that, you'll win the game. Their sweet spot is always 4. That's where they get Consecration, it's where they get True Silver Paladin, it's where they get Blessing of Kings. So it looks like he's an aggro pally. Aggro pallies run Argent Squire and the like. And we have the Nutter Butter Draws. The absolute god draw itself. Mana Worm, Coin, Mirror Image. Thanks for coming. So, yeah. Now, as I was saying, Paladin decks, you have to keep their creatures off the board. Providing you can do that, you'll probably beat them. It's as soon as they start getting little 1/1s to be able to buff up with whatever they have, doesn't matter what they have. If they get the 1/1s down, you're in trouble. It's gonna suck. So here, I reckon we probably still jam out the Arcane Missiles, see if we can get lucky. It's a little bit mana inefficient, but I'd really like to hit both his creatures if I can. Oof. Done. Cool. Perfect. And yeah. Now, the reason I didn't kill his 1/1, even though that's what I said, is that, as pointed out previously, playing into Consecration is not what you want to do. So here, gives him another Divine Shield, as expected. That'll be a Noble Sacrifice, in case you're wondering. There's no other card of the B, which means that when I attack, yeah, it's going to go pop. Indeed. Just running some ranked. So yeah, the question here is, what do I do? Like, whatever I cast, it's gonna pop Noble Sacrifice. So yes, I still pop it. Like, card's not gonna get any, you know, it's not gonna disappear the more I don't cast it. Makes this guy 4/1, which sucks, but what you gonna do? So here, I think I'll Hero Power, jam out Blood Mage. Yeah, let's take this off. It's just gonna annoy me. Yeah, so we're not doing great. Having these cards, it's not what you want against aggro pally deck. They're just looking to flood the board and then use Divine Favor to bring back. So having lots of 4-drops in your hand is just going to choke you up. So here he gets to pop, pop, and so I'm just like, well, great. Where's my Flame Strikes? I need them in a hurry. Yeah. So, Blood Mage into Arcane Missiles or Ping. Once again, mana inefficient, yes, but see, the funny part is, because I didn't kill the Argent Squire when I used the Arcane Missiles on 2, it took away the opportunity to ping an Arcane Missiles on turn 3. That's what I meant by mana inefficiency. And that has really choked me up, because the Arcane Missiles didn't do enough. He got extra value out of his Argent Protectors, and now I'm way behind on board, having to literally throw cards away for the sake of trying to get value. So,
What to do?
yeah, I'll see if I get lucky. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually probably the best I could have hoped for. Yeah. Aggro Pallies are always annoying. You need the mid-range cards. You need the Water Elementals, because they're just so very, very, very good. And yeah, you need to be drawing the mid-range stuff as opposed to the game-ending fireballs, which really don't do anything. And ice blocks, which do even less. So, because I had nothing else to do this turn, may as well. In case you were wondering, yes, I am losing this game. Hard. But it's not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that we're heading towards the end game, and I really don't have much. So, yeah, and now he just starts flooding the board with 1/1s, and there's only so many pings you can do. And as you can see, life totals are starting to get... oh, thank you, sir. May I have another? Probably couldn't have drawn a better card if I wanted to. He just does so much. You know, he'll encourage him to use the True Silver Paladin here, as opposed to on my face, which is starting to get a little squishy. And he'll draw me cycle through the deck. Really need to start drawing some of those mid-range cards, so, you know, can stay in the game. Another Acolyte would be a perfect draw here, but yeah, what you gonna do? And the army of 1/1s just keep beating down. Yeah, you can see my dilemma here. What do I do? Do I use Frostbolts and Fireballs to kill 1/1s? Do I throw out a Flame Strike just for the sake of it? It's just a nightmare. My life is a nightmare. I'm in a nightmare. I have so many good cards to deal with his mid-range creatures if he plays them, that I think that as disastrous as that is, I'm just gonna do it. Ugh. Yuck. Yep, that's fine.
Reporting for duty.
So, the question then is going to be, what kind of end game is he looking to play? Because as you can see, he's going to be out of True Silver Paladin soon, which is cool. And once he's out of True Silver Paladin, then yeah, I'll be on 11, but hopefully, using these cards, I'll be able to stabilize. Yeah, that's fine. It's another fireball target.
Reporting for duty.
And yeah, always important to remember, fireball, always shoot before you shoot, because otherwise, yeah, that's gonna suck. Okay, and shoot that, bang that, cool. So hopefully it's stabilized. Hopefully. They sometimes play the 6 mana, lots of Avenging Wrath, is it? Or something? The one that hits for 8 missiles. It's a good card. Very good card. So, who plays that? Yeah. It's gonna suck. Also has 2 consecrations, I'm presuming. So that's another 4, so effectively I'm at 7. Okay. Fair call. I want to jam this card so hard. Oh dear God. I feel like he has a quality in his hand, is the thing. And if he has a quality, consecration, that's gonna suck. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's very possible this is a terrible, terrible play. I should have just hit Frostbolted. Win. But there's just something so appealing about if this works. Ah, we'll see. We'll see. I do tend to get a little excited when I... Well, if I hadn't used both fireballs already, I might have a chance. But sadly, this is only 16 damage, so it's not quite enough. So first thing we do is determine that that's not a noble sacrifice. Which means, I guess, it's this one?
Pain, speak to me.
No? What other secrets do they play? Oh, when a creature dies, return it to play with its 1 life. Okay, that makes more sense. So here I will polymorph. Ping it, get rid of it. And then hit that. I'm in so much trouble. Oh god, and consecration, which kills me. What the hell? Yeah, Avenging Wrath. I was always dead. Yeah, so first stream hasn't exactly worked out the way I would have liked it to, but can't always get what you want. Let's go for another practice game while we wait and hopefully have a bit more luck. Can't lose stars, thank God, because that would be embarrassing. And we'll go to a second. So yeah, if I can take anything away from that, it was using the arcane missiles way too soon. Wasn't necessary. Could have just pinged the 1/1 and left him with a Divine Shield guy. And yeah, just bad mana efficiency. What I always say to my friends is if you have a card in your hand that can do the same as your hero power, use your hero power. Because that way you still have the card. If I'd listened to my own advice, I probably would have won that game, so...
Jaina versus Anduin.
Okay.
The light shall bring victory.
You asked for it.
So, here we'll get rid of these two. Fireball, really good versus priests, because it's one of the few ways you have of dealing with their 0/5s, that their life is their damage. Light spawn. Light spawn is very annoying. Is he gonna have the 1/3? No. I guess we'll find out later what that is. I think having 2 legendaries in your hand when they mind vision is just bad. Yeah. I don't like coining out your 2-drop on turn 2. It just feels like you've wasted the coin. here once again. Could point out my 2-drop, but don't want to. Looks like that was the card, probably, that he mind visioned. So, thank God. But, yeah. With priests, it's always awkward, especially when you're playing a mid-range deck, because, I mean, it feels like they can use all your cards against you. Thought stealing, mind visioning. Dear God, I've had, my mind, it escapes me at the moment. Actually, Jerds has just walked in the room. I'll ask him. Jerds, if you don't mind inputting, the 4-mana card that searches for a random card for your opponent's deck, puts it into play.
Mind games.
Mind games.
Yeah.
Okay, I was playing a priest the other day. Dear God, help me.
Mind if I roll
This
neat?
fellow mind games me on turn 3 and hit my Malagos. Now, while this isn't... Okay, it's not the worst that could possibly happen. A 4/12 on turn 3 is pretty good. And then he was running Mind Blast. I don't know if you're aware of this card. I make fun of everyone who plays it. But Mind Blast says... Deal... Sorry, 1 second. Deal 5 damage to a player. That's it. That's all it does for 2 mana.
What
Card
to
seems
do?
terrible. Just
What to
bad. It's very hard to make an aggro priest deck work. But after his turn 3 Malagos, he then proceeded to Mind Blast me for 10 twice. And then hit me for 4 with my Malagos. Well, his, and I was on 6
What to do?
on turn 4.
What to do?
Yeah, I still a little uncomfortable about it. I don't really know what to say. It was just that bad. Here, I don't mind just leaving this little 2/1 here, not doing anything. If I hit it, he'll just heal it. It's a waste of a card. And to be honest, I'd just like to build up for Flame Strike if possible. So, yeah.
Get behind
Ugh.
me.
Okay, one more turn. Just need one more turn of him not, you know, completely killing me. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so if I had Drake, I'll still have 9 cards.
The light shall burn you.
Yeah. Makes it tempting for him to hit it. And turn. I mean, to be honest, I don't want him to power word shield it or something ridiculous like double its health, which priests seem to love to do nowadays. Yeah, I'm playing very, very greedy. But I don't know, sometimes you just get greedy. It's probably my biggest flaw when I play is I hate throwing away cards. I should do it more often. Should just use the cards that I have to deal with the cards on board. And see, now he's destroyed this. So unfortunately, I'll draw my card and then next turn, something. No, not this. Will he use his 5/8 to kill my Drake? Or... Yeah. Okay.
My hand is too full.
My hand is too full. Yes, it is, sir.
The light shall burn.
Admittedly, Flame Strike does, as always, a lot. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to stabilize after this. But I got to be careful of mind controls. They can win games out of nowhere. So yeah, I'll just fireball you, sir. Backwards. Oof. He doubles this guy's health. That's gonna suck. So here, he's still 1 turn off mind control mana. I think, yeah, I think we go for it. Go, Big Papa. See if I get lucky. Hit it. There's no reason not to. 2/7, 1 time. Yeah, not exactly what I wanted. And now if he doubles its health, and then life is equal to... Sorry, damage is equal to its health. Yeah, I'll take 14. Oh, have I mentioned how much I hate Thought Steal? The thought that they've gotten my own Pyroblasts against me is just such a sad feeling. And yet I deserve it. I'm playing such dirty cards. So yeah, what to play here? Well, I haven't drawn my polymorph. Feels like I should use my fireball. So that's what I'll do. I think we just fireball. Ping him off. And drop my acolyte. Probably should have ice blocked there. It was perfect time to do it, but what you can do. Cool, cool. The good thing is here now I actually have 2 cards, in case, heaven forfend, he mind controls my rag. Which is very possible. Very, very possible. Azure Drake, cool, cool. Holy Nova. Smack. So now I get to have a bit of fun. Kill. So we'll just go. Probably this guy. This guy. Frostbolt Drake. Ping the Drake. And 16 to the face. I hope I can win from here. If I can't, might be a little awkward, but yeah. See, this is what I find as well. When you're playing ranked, this is like my mid-range mage deck. So it's designed for best 2 out of 3, gives me lots of options, abilities to think it through, play as much as I can, right? In ranked, especially when everyone's level 25, all I really want to do is just be beating down. I honestly feel like the best thing to do is just... Yeah, play my Hunter Rush deck and just kill them before they get a chance to breathe. Because, yeah, sure, I won that game, but it took me at least 10 minutes, I think, just to get that one solitary star. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that get a little exhausting. So, yeah, got... Wow. Okay, you're both going to be treated to a treat. I'm about to be challenged by the one, the only, the rockstar, a gentleman named Jerds. Ooh. Now, him and me, the first time we met was actually through this tournament. We were the only 3 to turn up to the Brisbane segment in week 2 of this league. We got to talking, both loved the game. I went 3-1. He went 3-1. It was a good first week. And yeah, then we got everyone in Brisbane involved. And then the second week we had about 12 people. It was awesome. And yeah, I got my 4-0. But during my 4-0, I had to knock Jerds out. Knock him down to a 3-1. So yeah, now I need a bit of a break from my mage. Need to work the kinks off, so now you get to see my relaxation deck. This deck doesn't muck around. It just says, you know what, face, okay? All of the face. Every single card that I have should be to the face. Except for buzzards, which draw cards to hit you more in the face. Cool. Against a priest, having the Iron Beak Owl in hand is just brilliant. Timberwolf, not exactly what I want, so we'll throw him back. Having a 1-drop would be good unless he has the 1/3 in hand, which point Timberwolf just becomes a card that you're like, well, yeah, nice card. so you can just kill it and draw a card out of it. So yeah, I think we'll get rid of him. I'd ideally like to just coin out Knife Juggler turn 1, but if he doesn't actually drop a card, I will probably Abusive Sergeant.
Greetings.
Oh, greetings to you, sir.
Greetings, traveler.
Okay, so yeah.
Greetings. Greetings.
Yeah, he thinks he's funny. I will point this out. He does consider himself a bit of a comedian, but he's a charismatic fellow. So you know, I don't mind. I let him. Oh God, and he's just healing me. Not quite sure how to handle this kind of love, but you know what I always say: if you're not beating down, you're not winning. Bear in mind that's not what I say when I play my mage deck, but you know, 23, turn 2, I'm a fan. I think it's going well. Now, bear in mind, Shadow Madness is going to be a dick of a card. Not quite sure if I can say that on Twitch, but yeah, it's not a fun card. He's going to steal my creature, smack me with it, which is going to suck. Now, yeah, no creatures on the board for him. None. He gets 0 creatures, so. Bamf, bamf, bamf. All the damage, all the face, all the time. Now, if he does Shadow Madness, stealing my Knife Juggler, smacking my Abusive Sergeant, I'll be a little sad, and then I'll look at his 15 life and go, maybe I'm not actually as sad as I thought I was. Ha! I scoff. I scoff at your 3/5, sir. Now, if I had a beast, that thing would be immediately kill commanded, but I don't, so just get rid of his taunt. Oh, look at his face. It's so bruised. It's like, what happens if you bring a bow to a wand fight? Yeah. And then you throw the bow away and you use your fists. And by fists, I mean all the damage. In Holy Nova, it's a good card, you know. I'm a fan. But, yeah, let's hope I can take it out. Now, come on, 4-2. One time. Hasty Boar. Ugh! Card is so good, but just not what I wanted to draw right then. If it had the 4-2 Boar, he'd be on 2. It'd be looking good. As opposed to him being on 11. The game is slipping away. And that is not the card I wanted to draw. Okay. So, yeah, let's just get some damage in and hopefully don't get holy fired too much. Yeah. Really need to draw some good cards. Starting pretty soon. Of course, here I get the chance to consider myself awesome, because as you can see, Black Knight is about to get all the value and a little bit more.
None.
Yeah, this is my tech. Makes me feel awesome. It's probably not the right card for the deck, but it has won me games before. It's possible it should just be another silence. I'll thank him. He's being polite. Yeah, so literally all I want him now to do is just flood the board. Hopefully he floods the board. If he floods the board, I can probably win. Come on, 5! Yeah, that's just a squirrel. Or if he has Sun Fury, that is not a Sun Fury. Glorious retribution. Let the hounds do the work.
The light shall burn. The light shall burn you.
I will hunt you down.
I'm just gonna wait for him to end his turn. And, hounds to the face. All the wolves, all the time. Nyumph, nyumph, nyumph.
Well played. Well played.
Oh, it's just something so satisfying. Looks like round 2 is up. So, thank you. That's a lovely in-between game, and let's start up round 2. I will be playing against CBCP. Pretty sure we're already friends. I thought we were. Doesn't look like we are. Okay, 1 second. CBCP 1586. 1586. Excellent. So let's just wait to become friends. I may need to log out. One thing I've noticed with Hearthstone is that... No, excellent. We can just challenge straight away. Let round 2 begin. Sorry guys, I've just realised I've been incredibly inconsiderate. You guys are talking to me in chat. Didn't have it up. I love to talk. So, yeah, let the talking begin. Feel free to sound off, and yeah, I will happily respond, talk, say what I can, and be good to go. Excellent. Okay. So with that palette cleanser out of the way, back to happy mid-range. Good luck to you. Ah, not the hunters. I hate the hunters. As you can see, the hunters, they beat down hard. Please don't squish my face too badly. Okay, so here, Water Elemental, exactly what I want. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card. Frostbolt deals with the early rush. Yeah, the other 2 cards, they're card draw, they're mid-rangey, not exactly what I want. Perfect. Yes, but it eats face. Okay, so here, options. I can coin out the loot order, but I really don't want to. As much as having a drop on the board would help, actually, yeah, I have to. The reason being, the only way you can beat a hunter, especially if they're aggro all the time, forever, is to get some pressure. I have to be beating his face. If it's all about me being on the defensive, no chance, none whatsoever. Yeah, so much for being on the offensive. Yeah. And now I don't get to coin out my water elemental next turn. Oh, I am so sad. Ah, well, that's what happens when you break your own rules. Start taking 2 to the face instead of 1. Sucks. Okay. Can't leave the buzzard alone. Just can't do it. So even though I lose 1 card as a result, yeah. what I'm hoping, is to be able to get up to Rag. If I can get to Rag and still have an acceptable life total, I will be okay. If not, yeah, it's gonna be rough. Yep, more potatoes. Every time, it just hurts. Okay, now, Water Elemental is brilliant. He may be playing Deadly Shot, which makes Mirror Image the play. However, he could also be playing Unleash the Hounds with Timberwolves, which flood the board. Ugh, it's just so difficult. Gonna do it. I do not want my Water Elemental to get Deadly Shotted. That would make me very sad. But, right, okay. So that's probably an explosive trap, I'm guessing. Yeah, almost certainly explosive trap. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. Explosive trap is going to get me. So... Yep. Kaboosh. Water Elemental and... Yeah, let's try and draw some more cards. Come on, caught one! Good on you, Pagel friends. But see, I've played this side. I know what's happening. Buzzard Unleash just draws you infinite cards. Uh-oh. Okay. There they are. The Glorious Hounds. +5 damage. Oh. Those hounds. The Hounds of Death. Okay. All things said though, it's not looking too bad. I reckon I'll probably end up using both arcane missiles here. But I see. What can I do?
I wonder.
I really don't want to polymorph this guy. Yeah, let's jam this out there. Ba-doo, ba-doo. Cool, cool, cool. Maybe a little too much information. No, the boar! The glorious boar! Ah, the card, it's so good. See, I don't know if he realizes I'm streaming. And I feel like I should cut this off before it gets too bad.
I wonder.
Do I want more cards is the question. Because the thing about these, right? Both these cards, all they do is they add another hound to the board. And I hate that. But... oh, this could be so wrong. I don't know if it's right or not. Oh, if he does have Buzzard into hounds, I'm so dead. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Give me a second, guys. Just need to log in so that I can reply. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, cool. So, all the multi-shots all the time, but does mean Big Papa Rag gets to come down. Start aiding the face. So, let's see how it goes. Oh, come on. Ah. God, it does nothing. Don't rush it. It's a coming. Okay, so pretty sure I've got it from here. Pretty sure. Oh, bear in mind, guys, I'm Tink, by the way. TLNK. So, yeah. Yeah, in case you're wondering exactly who's responding to you in the Twitch chat, that would be me. So now, because he's got a taunt, well, let's just kaboom it. Drop down my little loot order. Smack, and then Big Papa Pyro finishes it off next turn. Should be all good. GG's, man. Pyro love. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a story about playing against a priest. Yeah, you are. Now, playing against this priest, it got to turn 7, and he dropped down a Prophet Valen. No, now, oh, was it? No, it must have been turn 8. It was turn 8, and I still had my coin. So he drops down Prophet Valen, right? And I look at my hand, and I untap with my 9 mana. And I faceless manipulate his Prophet Valen, and then polymorph his Prophet Valen. So I'm sitting with the Prophet Valen on the board, and he's at 20 life. The next turn he drops a Ragnaros, and it doesn't hit my Prophet Valen, and I untap and I Pyroblast him for 20. And yeah, that is literally the best Pyroblast I've ever done. It was wonderful. I was a very happy man that day. I agree, Reliquare sounds damn hot. Still trying to make sure it's Twitch friendly, so we won't go into too much detail here, but what can I say? I like a bit of banter. Love a bit of banter. Banter is what makes this game great, which makes gaming in general great. I mean, how good is it when you just go left, middle, or right? Always straight up the middle. Don't muck around. Jam it. But yeah, I mean, what would gaming be without this kind of banter? I mean, people would just be bored. They, you know, everyone wants the back and forth. It's why we all love gaming so very, very much. The words don't necessarily matter. It's the tone. It's the attitude. It's the fact that you just let yourself be. You're relaxed. It's a beautiful thing. I love it, and yeah. I imagine you guys too. That's probably why you're watching me on the stream right now. Hopefully, see something funny, see something good. I mean, streaming has just changed the way games are played now. I first started watching streaming when I was in Germany, I think. Yeah, I lived for Germany in 2 years. I was playtesting at Nintendo, actually. Try and hold back your jealousy, guys. It does happen. And yeah, it was the worst paid job I've ever had. But regardless, it was still... It was great. I loved it. It was one of the best times of my life. But... yeah, this is why Hunter decks are so annoying to play against, because this happens. He's just drawn 3 cards, to replace all the cards that he's got. And I'm just looking at my hand going, well, yeah. You know, I can't Flame Strike this turn. I have to ping off this. Ideally kill this. And yeah, do I use the Frostbolt? Is it worth it? I mean, I don't really care about this 2-1. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Might as well. Yeah, do I jam this out? Give him a chance to draw 4 cards. Oh god, I don't know if I could come back with that.
Hey, give me that!
I don't think so. Actually, no, I do. You know why I do? Let him draw all the cards. Reason being, ideally, this turn, he will draw all the cards. Infinite cards. Next turn, I Acolyte, ping it. If both Unleashes are gone, excellent. Okay. Now, if he doesn't Timberwolf here, I get to Flame Strike. And all of a sudden, all the Unleash is gone. Oh, and that's a really good feeling when Unleash is no longer an issue. Because yeah, that's how you lose against Hunters. Or I can let him keep all the 1/1s. No, I can't. A single Timberwolf or an Animal Companion just makes it the worst play in the history of plays. So yeah, you'll notice I'm they are toast. Happy toast. Of course, here you can see the issue with flame striking is that now I want to be able to flame strike again, but I can't, which makes me very sad. So what to do? Ugh, my life is just dropping away in happy chunks. I think draw some. It's not looking good, guys. Not looking good at all. I really dislike Hunter decks so much. GG. Oh god, he's called the GG. What's he got? Is it a Leroy Jenkins? No? I don't know. Kill commands? Oh, double kill commands. Oh, brutal. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, let's make him kill me. Much more fun. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I've totally lost this game, but and yeah, all because of Unleashed. It's brutal. It's awful. It's just so very, very hard to beat. And yeah, this is how I lose to Hunter decks all the time, forever and ever. Yeah, right. As you can see, I was 5 off. Greg would have had to do his taunts and so on and so forth. So yeah. Now, something that I started doing, I used to sideboard, right? And I could sideboard here very easily. Sideboard and just go, yep, I'm awesome. But I've chosen not to. I've chosen to just continue running it back. Indeed. Let us. Because all it takes is 1 ice barrier, gain you 8 life, and yeah, it's virtually impossible for you to lose. But yeah, hopefully here I can get a nice aggro start.
You asked for it.
And that is pretty good. Cool, cool. Let's get rid of those. And oh, wow. Okay. It's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good start. Indeed, Sharacorm, this stream is in fact hot. But yeah, you can see here that I'm not going to be cluttering up the board with little 2-1s or 1-3s or what have you. It's going to be all water elementals all the time. Love this card. Can't say enough about it. It's just awesome. So yeah. Only question is, do I play out the Blood Mage? Adds an extra hound to the board, but I feel like no, I don't. Gives me more board pressure, sure, but ideally I really want it to just be all about coining out water elemental into water elemental, and it lets me later Blood Mage into arcane. I am perfectly fine with that. Go to town, big fella. There you go. I know I wax poetic about this guy, but he is actually everything, and the kitchen sink. Excuse me. So yeah, let's see what he's got. No, let's not trash talk. You know, it's a tough decision. It's an important game. You know, he can take his time, perfectly fine. Yeah. So that's both trackings used. Hunter's Mark. Yeah. And what are you going to use to kill him off? A single unleash. I'm enjoying everything that's happening right now. It's just insane. One, how so often I draw Azure Drake when I really have nothing going on, and 2, just how much Water Elemental just demands attention. He just screams it. He says, "Deal with me now, please, sir, please." Okay, so this guy gets bigger. Cool, cool. Now, what do I do here? Probably just... See, I could trust in Arcane Missiles. Arcane Missiles forever, right? But if one of the Arcane Missiles hits his boar, then it becomes even bigger, just gets annoying. So yeah, we're just gonna pull him off. And... yeah, ping. He can have a boar. I don't know. Oof. That rhino? Card is the bee's knees. Sorry. If you mean rank. Still 25. Okay, so here, it's annoying that it's 5, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So, yeah, just flame strike. Hopefully he doesn't draw anything too ridiculous. 2 and 2. Oof, what's he gonna draw? Okay, so he's got a card in hand. That's fine. Whew, which is good. Cool. So he's used up both unleashes. So actually, I don't really need to worry about him flooding the boards. So here we'll just go. Ooh, actually, that's much better now. Mana Worm and no, I don't actually even need to cast it. Yeah, so as he's saying, there's just not much he can do without Unleash. Following Buzzard. I mean, here he could cycle through some decks. That's a wonderful rushed draw. I don't know if I would have automatically traded there. I probably would have gone for the face, because the only chance he has is to beat my face. But yeah. So here, I think it's just... oh, so many options. Infinite options, really.
I wonder.
What's the best way to win? It's got to be... rag. And hit here. Next turn, I can Malagos into Arcane Missiles. Following the turn, I win the game. So, might have been better to just drop Malagos that turn, but yeah. But you can never counter Hunted deck out. Like, they really do a lot of damage. So here, as much as I would like to drop the Malagos and Arcane, there's no guarantee that it hits. So I have to play sensible. Just have to. So it's Blood Mage, Frostbolt, 4 missiles. I'm hoping one hits it, yeah. And we fireball. And then goes to 2 and win the game next turn. GG's, man. Thanks for games. So yeah, it's just about knowing the matchup. Like, heap. The funny thing is, he's almost absolute.
Well fought.
And that's the game. Well played.
Well played.
Buddy. Yeah, so a quick Side. You'll notice he used both Unleash the Hounds on water elementals. And that's what killed him. It really is. Unleash the Hounds plus Buzzard is how you win with a Hunter deck. The water elementals weren't actually that scary. They weren't going to kill him. They were going to do 3 a turn, you know. But consider that he just slowly builds up, keeps shooting me for 2, shooting me for 2, shooting for me for 2. And then say I have 3 creatures on the board. All of a sudden, he's got 7 mana. Buzzard, Unleash, draw 3 cards. Timberwolf, draw another card. Smack, smack, smack. Kill like, it's such an amazing combo. You can't throw away Unleash the Hounds with another card to just kill a single target. He just ran out of cards. There was nothing he could do. So I'll just say that in the politest way I can. Away unleashes on single water Elise. Yeah, but yeah, it was good fun. I do love the Hunter deck. Yeah, 1 second, guys. I'm just going to grab a bite to eat. I'm a bit hungry, and I'll be back in 5. Oh, food. So good. So good. Oh, I feel like I can just relax and let the wonderful, wonderful rejuvenation happen. Okay, so let's continue on my one game winning streak. But yeah, what I was saying is that when you're at the part of the game that just wants you to quit out whenever you go to play mode. Yeah, so when you're at the early ranks, okay, you just want something fast, something snappy, something tuned. Sounds like I'm talking about a song, but yeah, you want something peppy, something that will just win quickly, so you don't have to spend 1,000,001 turns just, grinding and grinding away just to get that single victory. So yeah, love playing my hunter deck at early ranks. I also like playing aggro mage at early ranks because both just say, look, I'm just going to try and beat you now, okay? And you're not having to worry about metagames. It's haphazard. You might play someone with a completely pimped out deck. Or you might play someone who's just chucked a deck together. So providing you have a tuned deck, you're generally going to be sorted. Yeah, so Paladin. The only possible... So, with hunters, it's very different to Arena Hunter, right? Abusive Sergeant. You always use it to pump up a creature to trade up. But in Constructed, every card in my deck is designed to just do damage, so all I want is a 1-drop. 1-drop changes the dynamic of the game, changes the way he has to play. He has to try and coin out a something on turn 1.
I hope you like my invention.
Right, that was unexpected, but cool. Cool. And yeah, then you just start going to the face. Rump. Whoa!
Reporting for duty.
So he's already used his coin.